U17U will see the host team, Nova Scotia, taking on Team Saskatchewan. First up, listing the roster here for the visiting Team Saskatchewan. Number 4, Daniel McCullough. Number 5, Josh Cornell. Number 6, Jesse Garchinsky. Number 7, Elliot Smithing. Number 8, Keon Cleveland. Number 10, Cade Miller. Number 11, Joshua Surfer. Number 13, Keon Thompson. Number 14, Samuel Enden. Number 15, Seth Jones. Number 21, Andrew Ackerman. And number 22, Agapir Singh. Assistant coaches Kevin Shelley, Zach Hillis, and head coach Doug Burke. And now the roster for the home Nova Scotia. Number 1, Nakari Smith. Number 2, Liddell Husband. Number 4, Stacey Smith. Number 5, Anthony Sears. Number 6, Josh Crocker. Number 7, Jonah Crowther. Number 8, Ewan Brady. Number 10, Kobe Tuckler. Number 12, Mitchell Russo. Number 15, Ethan Marshall Harris. Number 14, Jake Kelm. And number 16, Ali Regal. Assistant coach is Luke Stevenson with manager Brendan Brown, apprentice Shaq Smith, and your head coach is Matt McDonald. Your referees for this evening's tilt are crew chief Michael Duff. We have Spencer Jeffrey and Julianne Touchon. Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask you to please rise if you are able for the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Richard J. Curry Center here on day 3. We have some quarterfinal action tonight. My name is Fred Connors, joined by the head coach of the Stu men's basketball program, John Hickey. John, we should have a pretty great game here this evening.
Yeah, looking forward to this one. A couple of pretty good teams here. We've got our 4-5 matchup, so looking forward to this.
Well, we know Nova Scotia haven't had the pool that they wanted to have. I don't think they wanted to come 4 out of this pool, but that's the beauty of this tournament is they didn't have to play well up till now.
No, that's the benefit of the power pool, Fred. You get a couple of chances, and you win your quarterfinal game, you're in a medal round.
Yeah, and everything starts to count now. So, and we saw some impressive play at a Team Saskatchewan yesterday, coming away with a pretty impressive win over Team Alberta. Josh Seufer had a monster game for Saskatchewan, so I'm sure Nova Scotia is going to be looking to key in there. For Nova Scotia, Marshall Harris actually played some pivotal minutes, but got himself into foul trouble, so that seemed to hurt Nova Scotia against Team Ontario. So could be a little battle in the paint here.
Looking forward to it, and no doubt both of those players were on the scouting reports.
Off we go. Carbonell for Team Sask, guarded by Smith. Garchinski over to Seufer. He puts it down. Love's going to his left. Draws some contact, but good D there by Nova Scotia. Kicks it back out. Carbonell. He hit a few yesterday. There he is, back on the board, John. He loves that spot over there. He hit 3 threes yesterday from that spot on the floor.
And coming from offensive rebounds, easy one he can step into and knocks it down without hesitation.
Garchinski putting Husbands under some pressure there. Husbands is a lefty. He got hurt a little bit yesterday, but did recover well, so he was all right. Good to see him out there. No tape on his knee today, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, everybody ready to go for the quarterfinal game. Nobody's sitting this one out.
This is Smith, Mercereau. Nice D here by Sask. Seems to keep everything under control. There's the high screen by Marshall Harris. Smith from the corner. Carbonell, very good little defender. Kicks it out. Mercereau is not going to get that off on time. We watched the matchup yesterday between Alberta and Saskatchewan, and watching Carbonell defend number 5 here for Sask, he is fantastic on the ball.
So one of the things we talked about is going to be a key to the game, keeping teams out of the paint.
Here's Seufer. It's a nice duck in there by Seufer, coming down the lane. Nice pass from Ackerman. Both these teams, they don't mind stretching their bigs out to the three-point line. It's nice to see some high-low action from that. Seufer to the line. Now, if there was a chink in his game yesterday, it was there at the line. He was able to hit the first one. He was just over 50% from the line yesterday. Still managed to get 30-odd points, but he's not scared to work hard, I'll tell you that. This is
not a bad start from the line today.
This is Bridie now. Over to Mercereau. High screen again by Marshall Harris. Goes to his right, pulls up over the top, can't get it to go. Knocked loose. Garchinski over to Carbonell, coming up the left-hand side to Seufer. Back to Carbonell. He gets his feet in the paint. Nice pull-up jump shot from the foul line. It's good. Sask starting to get a little bit of momentum here. 7-0. Here comes Husbands. Right-hand side. Drift pass over. Bridie can't collect that. Mather. Carbonell. We'll try to set up some more offense. Here's a double down screen here. Garchinski's got a look, throws it in. Ackerman, Seufer, great balance inside. Seufer able to finish. 9-0 Sask, John. Things are getting a little bit dicey here. Nova Scotia wants to get to a better start than this, I think.
Yeah, this is a great start for Sask. You don't know if you can really ask for much more here.
Ball's being reversed here. This is Mercereau, kicks it out. Here's Husbands. That's going to be strong. Seufer head contact. It's inadvertent, but head contact has to be called. So
that's going to be automatic here, especially with three officials. You're going to pick that up every time.
Certainly not intentional, but happens. This is Bridie. He's going to head to his right, gets his feet down in the paint. This is Marshall Harris. He's going to be just a bit short. Ackerman collects it. This is going to be Carbonell. One of the things yesterday, John, with Seufer was he was at the line 15 times. He's already making his second trip here now.
Well, that's one of the things so far right now. You see Nova Scotia getting good jumpers. They're clean jumpers. They're not going. Saskatchewan putting pressure on the rim.
Yeah.
And not only are you putting pressure on the defense, but you're also putting pressure on officials to put air in that whistle.
Yeah. In the again, going back to that game yesterday, lots of foul trouble for Team Alberta. And Sask's defense kept Alberta out of the paint. They had to settle for a lot of long jump shots. So seems to be their strategy, and they're working it again here today. This is Smith. He's going to see Carbonell. There's a high screen again by Marshall Harris. Seufer switches off, switches back to Carbonell. Garczynski now guarding Husbands. Husbands breaks him down, loses the ball. It's back over. Kellen now. Mather with the steal. Over to Carbonell. He's going to head to his right. Husbands, he's going to be late. Looked like he was in the circle on that, John.
He was definitely in the circle, and the official had it right away, right?
Good try, right attempt, but just a bit late.
And Coach McDonald tried to ride this one out, but a little bit stagnant here on offense. Nothing going down, and needs to get his team Nova Scotia to regroup a little bit here.
Remember the tournament podcast for Canada Basketball. Speaking of which, you can follow Canada Basketball on their Instagram account as well. They're on Twitter, Facebook, and trending on the hashtag Canada Nationals 2019.
Coming this fall, look out, John, for a new season of Canada's national grassroots basketball program, the Junior NBA Youth Basketball. This fundamental program is aimed for youth aged 5 to 12 years old and is designed to develop fundamental skills, sportsmanship, and a love for the game of basketball. For more information, visit basketball.ca.
I'll tell you what, Fred, those programs are so important for to get kids out involved in actually enjoying basketball. Not necessarily playing competitive basketball at a young age, but just getting out and having fun.
Yeah, and just fall in love with the game, and then it doesn't feel like work later. Carbonell now keeping this run going by Team Sask. 10-0 run to start the game. Getting ready for his second. 11-0 start.
Sask 4 or 6 from the line in the first 3 minutes. So again, going back to putting pressure on the rim.
Good hands there by Mather, but a little bit too much contact. Fouled Bridie at half court. This is one of those games, John, though, you're off to 11-0, and all of a sudden Nova Scotia hits 2 threes, and it's a brand new ball game. It's so early in the game. There's Crocker over to Bridie. Bridie trying to find Crocker. Great defense there by Garczynski. Crocker's able to hold on to the ball. Here's Bridie, back over to Crocker. He's going to shoot a tough shot from the three. There goes one right there.
There's one of those threes you just mentioned.
Yeah, all of a sudden now it's back to single digits. So it's such an emotional game. You have to be able to manage these waves. There's some good D by Marshall Harris. Knocked loose. Mather's looking inside. There's Ackerman in the high post. He's going to pull up. He's comfortable from there, but he's a little bit short. Ball's going to go to bounds. Nova Scotia now looking to build some of their own momentum back.
Substitutions now for Nova Scotia.
Smith will come out. Smith will come in. Nakari Smith now will come in for him. And this is Cody Tunnicliffe handling the ball. Kicks over here to Crocker. Here's Marshall Harris. That's a nice matchup with those two. Marshall Harris has a nice footwork, nice balance inside. Carbonell getting in. Kicks it over to Garczynski. That is going to go off the backboard. It will go back to Nova Scotia. So there's that swing of momentum, John.
And that's really all it takes is a couple of good defensive possessions, get a couple of nice free buckets by moving the basketball, and so much time left, obviously, in the game.
Yeah. Nice D here by Sask. Garczynski keeping good ball pressure. Tunnicliffe's able to handle it. He's going to body bump, and it's knocked loose by Seufer. He's coming down on a 1-on-2. I doubt he will pull up. That is a good left-hand finish. He's a righty, but he does finish well with his left hand.
Send Nova Scotia there, just handle the ball a little bit too much, over-penetrate there and get himself into some trouble.
Yeah, there's Smith trying to get to the rim, but a little bit too deep. Carbonell wide, here's Garchinski. Over to Ackerman, he's going to look at the rim, pulls up and shoots the three. It is down. Big three now. Sask has answered the Nova Scotia run, but they're a little under their own. Back up to 11. Here is Crocker. Tunnicliffe. He's going to use that high screen to try to get into the middle. That is fantastic defense on the ball there by Garchinski. Did a real nice job of squaring him up there, John.
And that's again another example of Nova Scotia over-handling the basketball and not moving the ball as a team. Right now, their best options offensively have been when 4 or 5 players have touched the basketball.
And there's been some kind of a deep post touch of some. It doesn't need to be a score in there, but you need to create that accordion effect with the defense. Nova Scotia dropped into his zone there.
Yeah, tried to change things up with a little bit of zone pressure and dropping back into his zone. Sask got a pretty good look, but just missed the look.
Carbonell bobbles it, but does not travel. Mather, he's going to be open for the pull. He's able to get one to go down. Some big shooting here coming on by Team Sask. 19-5 lead here. Still 4.5 left in the quarter. Here's Crocker. He's going to spin dribble in. Nice finish over the top. It's a good finish and it's a big basket for Nova Scotia, but it is concerning with the amount of 1-on-4, 1-on-5 that we're seeing, right?
I would think Sask answers with another 3. The difference right now, Nova Scotia just handling the ball 1-on, however many, as you said. Sask moving the ball as a group should serve them well down the road.
Well, I mean, right now, think about how hard he had to work to get 2 points and how easy it was for Sask to get 3. Here's Crocker again. He's going to penetrate in, kicks it over. Tunnicliffe can't get that to go down. Smith is able to rebound, knocked loose by Carbonell. There's bodies all over the floor. Seufer is down.
You can tell it's a quarterfinal matchup, can't you? We got 4 bodies on the floor for a loose ball here in the first quarter. Yeah,
nice to see that level of intensity here from both teams. Subs coming from both sides. We saw yesterday with the 7'1" Ali Regab was able to come in and do some big things, no pun intended. But he's now going up against the 6'11" Singh from Sask, so this could be interesting.
This could be a good matchup.
Yes.
It's rare that we get a couple of 7-footers go back and forth.
Yeah, especially here in New Brunswick. You're taller if you're 6'2". There's Singh. Here comes Carbonell. Nice outlet pass there by Singh. He's going to bring it down. Smith does a very good job defending. Here's the high post touch against Seufer. Is going to see a lot of length there, but he finishes over the top. Regab challenged well, but Seufer's got a beautiful touch around the rim. Here is Smith going hard with the right hand. He's able to finish. Finds a little bit of daylight there. Oh, Carbonell rushed a little bit too much there. Got up off the floor. Sometimes you're better, John, to just take the travel call. But it looks like there's nothing going to happen in transition, so they're okay. Nice pass.
Those live ball turnovers can hurt.
Smithin now. He's going to fire it down to Mather, who's hot. His heat check is extinguished quickly. Great job there by Crowther to get up and challenge that 3. It's one thing to challenge a 3. It's another one to block one. That was a nice job of rising up by Crowther to get his hand on that.
In transition at that.
And Mather 6'7", so that's a lot of space to cover. Carbonell can't get it to go down. Regab's able to handle it. Smith's going to get out and run. That's a lot of quickness. He's going to look. Goes again 1-on-2. Can't get that to go down. This is Smithin now. Up and down pace here, John. Things are a little bit hectic.
This would be the style of play that Nova Scotia would want. They tend to like that up-tempo play.
Yes. I think when things start to get moving up and down, this is definitely going to favor Team Scotia. So 4-4 is the foul total, so both teams will be in bonus on the next foul each.
It's nice. We've had a nice little stretch here because the first 3 minutes the fouls were 3-3. So we've gone the last 5 or 6 minutes here with a nice stretch.
And on that note,
spoke a little bit too soon.
something off the ball must have happened. Not sure what it was, but it will send Nova Scotia to the line. This is Crowther. See if he can eat into this 13-point Sask lead. Can't get the first one to go down. Neither goes down. Tough trip there for Nova Scotia. This is over to Cleland. Cleland hard to his right over to Seufer. Nice job. That's a nice kick out.
That's the difference between being on balance and being out of control. That was good balance shown there by Seufer and was able to move the ball.
Yeah. Out of bounds. It's going to go back to Nova Scotia. A lot of times on spin moves, it is easy to lose your bearings. There's a lot of motion and eye motion, and then defenders stepping in. There's a lot to decide when a good help comes like it did there by Nova Scotia. So good job by Seufer to find that corner shooter. Although he didn't get the shot up, but it was a nice pass. This is McCullough. He is defending Smith. Smith's now heading to his left. Not a lot of ball movement there, John. That's just 25 dribbles and a pull-up going left.
And it didn't go.
No. You have to make that shot if you're going to shoot that shot. Puts a lot of pressure on your field goal percentage. Here's Cleland, nice curl to the foul line area. He can't get it go down. Sink recovers. He kicks it out to Smithen. Smithen can't get it to fall. Cleland doing a lot of yeoman's work out to McCullough. He gets it to drop. Cleland is, we saw him yesterday. He doesn't do a whole lot of stat stuffing, but he does an awful lot of important stuff that you don't see on a piece of paper.
And that's the same as Singh being active on the glass. He's not going to get much credit there, but he was pretty active on the boards and kept that ball alive 2 different times.
Here's McCullough coming down the right-hand side. He's going to pull up in transition. He felt good after the last one. Gab's able to pull this one down. This is going to be Husbands. He's going to push the pace just a smidge here. Looking for a handoff to Smith. Smith's going to come to his left. Over to Nakari Smith. He's coming to his right. Nice job of creating contact. Nifty job getting through the defenders there, but unable to finish. Garczynski, nice run there by McCullough. That's a lot of size he's seeing there. Here comes Smith. Going to push it up the right-hand side. Down to Nakari Smith. Nice find out in the corner to Crowther. Nice release there by Crowther. He gets it to go down. 26-14. Here is Garczynski to Smithen. He reverses it to Cleland. He's going to throw high post. Singh with the pull-up. Can't get that to go down. Crowther. Here comes Husbands. So 9 seconds to go here. Looking to make this a 10-point game if he can. Finds the corner. Could be 9 if this goes down, John. Big basket by Scotia. All momentum is to Scotia.
The last 2 possessions. Attack, get your balance, kick out for 3 for Scotia there. And they finished the last 45 seconds or so on a pretty important 6-0 run to get it down to 9.
Yeah, that's we've seen all tournament these last second hoops here in the quarter and what it does for momentum for teams. And Sask got hot for a little while there, had a couple of threes in a row. Now Nova Scotia's had a couple of threes, so this is going to be interesting to see now. What does Coach Burke do to kind of settle things down now for Team Sask, right?
That was one of the conversations we had the other day. So you go into this quarter break. What are the coaches saying? What are the messages? Scotia's feeling pretty good right now. They hit back-to-back threes. Okay, Sask had a pretty good quarter. We're up 15. Now it's single digits.
Yeah.
So as you said, Coach wants to get them back on track, get running their stuff, make sure there's good ball movement.
And if you're Coach McDonald, you're saying, hey, they're not going to shoot the ball that well all game. So maybe they've hit their hot streak. We're in a great spot right now. Keep the pressure up. Let's get running. But let's find some open shooters because now we're knocking shots down.
And understand the last couple of possessions, 2, 3, 4 players have touched the basketball. Good things happen.
Yeah.
Right? We get into trouble. when one or two players touch the basketball and we're shooting contested shots against help.
And for the most part, early in the shot clock too.
Early in the shot clock.
That penetration's coming off of 1 or 0 passes, so the shot clock's got a lot. There's a lot of option left there. So interesting to see here now. And again, a lot of that could be nerves too, John. It is the quarterfinal.
It is the quarterfinal. You see Seufer back in the game for Sask. Let's see if they go to him right away to get themselves back on track here, or maybe even at the foul line.
Here we go. Ball's into play. Carbonell now will get things running. His little zone here from Nova Scotia. 3-2. There's that high post touch to Seufer. It's knocked loose. Good active hands here. Crowther is going to be called for the holding foul. And that's a look of mass confusion by Crowther on that one. I thought he had the ball for a little bit. He did end up with arm. Might have had the ball first, but the official says, I disagree. There's Ackerman again now from the corner.
Turns into a long 2 here.
Is it a 2?
That was a 2. Ackerman shoots that ball pretty comfortably from the outside.
Yeah, nice when you have a 6'10" guy can stand out and just shoot that.
No real hesitation. He's pretty comfortable.
Here is Smith. He can't get it to go. Marshall Harris is in battling with the bigs. Carbonell now is going to come up. He brings it over the timeline. Here's Seufer. There's that zone again by Scotia. Smithen's going to take it to his right, throw it back behind. Ackerman's going to throw it to the corner. Carbonell from his favorite corner. There it is again. Might as well just put the points on the board as soon as he releases it if he's in that left corner.
I tell you, it's pretty clean.
Here is Smith.
And 5-0 run for Sask to start the quarter.
To come out of the quarter, right. So taking all momentum out of the big 3 there at the end for Scotia. Here's that high screen again. Marshall Harris kicks it over. It looks like it's bobbled in the corner. Bridie kicks it out here to Crowther. He's hit 1, he's hit 2. Good answer there by Scotia. Here's Garchinski dealing with the pressure. Ackerman moves it over to Carbonell. Nice feet. He shoots it over the top. Marshall Harris did a nice job stepping up, take away his space there, John.
Yeah, that's a tough shot by Carbonell there, trying to finish over top of a big in traffic.
Yeah.
Get balance. Coach talked about getting balance.
Nice job there, breaking out quickly, and Bridie to the rim gets hit. He will go now to the line. So Bridie gets the first one to go down. Second goes down, 31-22. We're back to 9. Here's a little 3-2 zone, a little bit extended now, John. Let's see if they can change the rhythm here a bit. Garchinski's going to get to the rim. Nice pass over to Ackerman. Nice hands by Ackerman, keep that ball high.
I tell you, that's real good patience from Saskatchewan, right? Nova Scotia trying to speed them up there, and they were nice and patient breaking that pressure.
There's Marshall Harris going to work against Ackerman. Ackerman's able to hold his ground. Mather recovers. Seufer at 6'5" does all the work inside, very comfortably carrying the ball up the floor. Ackerman now, the right elbow. He's going to turn and face up. Again, John, very comfortable shooting that shot.
Yeah, real clean look, and it looks, I don't know if Nova Scotia is going to change their the way they attack that or not, but they seem to be giving him that look right now.
Nice recovery there by Marshall Harris. Looked like he was going to be off balance, but he got his feet down and was able to spin through Ackerman, draw some contact. Ackerman dropped his left arm a little bit. Looked like there was a little bit of head contact. Can't get the first one to go down. 33-22, still 11-point lead here now for Sask. 7:46 on the clock. Mather's going to inbound.
We've got more pressure here from Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
Just full court
man right
here.
now. There's Seufer. Here's that spin back to his right. Can't get it to fall. Nobody boxes out Ackerman. Nice job by Marshall Harris to knock it loose. Ackerman's able to spill out the loose ball. You see that so many times, John, when the big comes to help. And Marshall Harris did a great job of doing that, and nobody dropped to take care of Ackerman.
Well, even when you do drop, so if your big has to help on a guard, then you're dropping a guard on a big.
Yeah.
And Ackerman's going to be a a tough rebound responsibility for a 6'2" or 6'3" guard from Scotia here. So
you've got to drop physically if you're going to drop that hard, and in that case, nobody dropped. So this is the result. Seufer, nice box out there by Mercereau to keep Seufer away from the rebound. Smith is going to get it over the timeline. Moves it over to Mercereau. Mercereau to his left, hand off to Smith. Smith kicks it over Bridie. That is his range. He is short, but I've seen him hit 2 from there, so not a bad look.
He shoots them quite comfortably from out there. As long as he's got his feet underneath him, he's pretty comfortable shooting that basketball.
Carbonell pulls up early. There's Carbonell. Good job on the ball there by Husbands of dealing with Carbonell's pressure. He's going to move now to his right. Goes up against Ackerman, kicks it out to Smith, who's over to Mercereau. He's going to get into the paint. He goes up against 2 defenders, able to finish with his left hand. Nice finish in traffic. Carbonell now kicks it over to Garczynski. Garczynski to his left. There's Ackerman again from 3. That's going to be off to the right. Husbands up high to get it. Quick outlet pass to Smith. Smith's going to kick it over to Bridie. Nice up fake and recollecting of his balance. Can't get it to go down. There's Marshall Harris doing big work in again. Kicks it over to Mercereau, who bobbles it. Mathers with great hands. Nice job kicking that out to Garczynski. And nice job by Seufer to finish. Little things there, John. Nice job by Mather after the steal of getting that pass out wide, but jumping away. The defender was stepping in from Scotia to take a charge at half court. Mather is able to jump out of the way, which creates the rest of that advantage. Here is Smith going to his right. Husband's going to come off on the handoff. Kicks it over. Here's Mercereau to his right into the paint. He's going to look against Ackerman. Doesn't like that. Smith pull up. Can't get it to go down. Ackerman outlet pass to Seufer. He's going to come hard to his left. Finishes with his right hand going to the left off the bank.
You suppose he's going to the rim in transition?
There's no chance he's pulling up.
No, he's not pulling
0
up. No.
Well, this is a game and a half. I haven't seen anybody make him. He just keeps getting there. Husbands bobbles it. Ball here now out of bounds to Saskatchewan.
Nova Scotia just a little bit loose with the basketball there. Sask looking to take advantage here again. They've been pretty opportunistic so far.
They're not scared to run. They just run at the right times. They're not trying to force pace. But if there's a turnover, they don't mind taking advantage of it.
No, that's right. They get up the court in a hurry, and if there's nothing there, they're patient enough to run through their stuff.
Here's the Singh-Regab matchup again. Regab's going to be called for the foul. Official's going to come in a little bit late on the call, but he saw something he didn't like. Official sends Singh to the line. You don't mind a guy coming in, but he better be right when he comes in there.
He'd better be right when he comes in.
Here's Singh on the release, can't get it to go down. So other than a foul for Regab, no harm on that play. This is Mercereau coming to his left. This is Anthony Sears. He moves to his right, kicks over to Bridie, who gets to the rim. There's going to be a foul call. I got blocked out there by the official. Didn't see what happened.
It's Zarichin on the drive. Right, that's one thing guards struggle with at times, right? They do a good job of driving the man into help, and they try to go from the side or from behind when just trust your help's going to be there.
And that's the discipline you talk about as a coach. You have to trust your teammates. You have to trust what you're trying to do, and sometimes too they might score. Heaven forbid it happens. I mean, it is basketball; it's going to happen. But it's 2 points. Like let's not give them 2 from the foul line and then collect fouls and send them closer to bonus, and just be disciplined. That's all.
That's right. When we talk about that with guards, we just talk about making sure you stay on their hip and challenge without fouling and drive them into the bigs there that are.
Yeah. Be a presence and be a distraction, but don't be a fouler. There's Bridie now. He's got his first. Nice release on his shot. He gets his second to go down.
Yeah, you naturally assume that he's pretty comfortable from the foul line just based on how comfortable he is from the
That is going to be back over.
back, it'll be Nova Scotia ball.
Yeah, Soifer didn't have his feet down there, and that was definitely backcourt.
Yeah.
So Nova Scotia will get the ball with the new rule of 14 in the front, 14 seconds on the shot clock with the new possession in the front court.
This is Crocker. Crocker's going to square up. Wing screen by Regab. Crocker picks it up over to Mercereau. He's going to come to his right over to Anthony Sears. Nice job of finding that out to Crocker. Shot clock's coming down. Nice, well defended by Carbonell. Almost got that to go down. There's Cleveland. This is Garchinsky now over to Carbonell. He's going to look into the high post to Soifer. He throws it down here is Singh with a nice drop step, and Regab able to block that. Nice, great big hands holding onto that ball. Kicks it over to Bridie. He's going to go up against Singh. Singh was up high but brought his arms down, and so now Bridie will head to the line. He's back to a nice place if you're a shooter. Nobody can guard you at that line.
No, back to a nice, and based on his first couple, we saw real clean. So expect this to be a single-digit game again.
Back down to 10. I mean, after that early run by Sask, this has been a pretty balanced game since that run early there in the first. Here we go. Like you said, John, back down to single digits. This is Smithen. He's going to try to get things gathered here for Sask. Soifer handling it up the circle. He's going to go to his left over to Mather, who's hit a couple of threes. He drives right. Nice job there by Sears. Kicks it over here to Bridie. Bridie to Sears. He got the steal and he gets the layup. Rewarded for his efforts.
That's Nova Scotia's style right there, Fred. Get a turnover, get a stop, and run the floor.
Carbonello over to Singh. He's going to shot fake. Pull-up jumper over Regab. Well challenged. You see the difference that Regab's making just with his presence on the floor.
Yeah, we should be expecting I expect a Sask timeout here. The last couple of possessions for them offensively haven't kind of fit their style. We're shooting challenge jump shots early in the shot clock, and Coach Burke really wants to have a conversation to get them reined in here offensively.
Yeah, good time by Coach Burke to trying to get things settled in. And it's interesting, John, when you talk about style of play, pace of play. Sometimes when you're shooting bad shots on offense, it does get the other team moving up and down a little bit more. So maybe I'm not encouraging bad shots, but that's that pace of play where, Sask has kind of fallen into the trap now of let's start moving a little faster than we're comfortable.
That's right. So if you think about it, Nova Scotia hasn't hurt Saskatchewan in the half court. So when they're playing 5-on-5 in the half court, it's very much to Saskatchewan's advantage. But when Sask rushes offensively, takes poor shots, Nova Scotia gets out, and they're able to run. It's real tough to defend a 2-on-1 here at this level.
Yes.
Much easier to defend 5-on-5.
Yeah. So referees are going in to get Team Scotia out of their little huddle now. Momentum is back to the blue squad. 38-31, Sask still leads, however. 3:54 to go here in the first half of play. Both teams are looking at a bonus situation. Here is that full court pressure by Nova Scotia. They're actually backing it up, just a little bit of a show. They dropped into man out of the zone.
Dropped into man.
Yeah, here's Soifer to his right. Kicks it over, here's Mather. He's going to curl over left. Soifer up hop, throws it into Carbonell. Tough pass, not sure what he was going to do with it if he got it. Here's Crocker. Here's Bridie, there's in transition again. Scotia, that's short though. Here's Soifer. Sask are going to run it back at them. We know what's going to happen here. Oh, nice job by Regab to get over and block that. That has not been a very common occurrence this weekend.
He's finished quite well around the rim all week.
There's Bridie to the rim. He's able to finish. Nice hoop. Here comes Carbonell. Awful lot of momentum now heading to Nova Scotia. Soifer's looking for that catch. Here's Jones. He kicks it out to Carbonell. He's going to go to his left. He sees the 7-1 Regab and kicks it out. Here is Smithen heading to his right. He finds Regab. Over to Carbonell. 4-5 Nova Scotia defenders there. Had to shoot it because the shot clock was down. Here comes Husbands. He's going to kick it over here to Bridie. He's been feeling pretty good getting to the rim. Goes hard to his right. Pull up, step back. Tough shot. Tough shot.
It's Nova Scotia's pace, though, right now. This is the pace they want this game to be played at.
As soon as he shot it, Bridie immediately looked at the bench and called for a sub. Here's Regab again, altering another shot around the rim. Husbands, and now Nova Scotia's going to settle this down just a bit. 2:22 to go. Here is Crocker. He's hit many threes. Can't get that to go down. That's a good look for him, though. Here is Mather. He's going to come to his right. He kicks it over. Here's Jones running hard down the middle. Again, Regab is able to swat that out of bounds. And Regab immediately grabbing at his knees. This is a tough pace for the big man. He's going to get a well-earned break. Nova Scotia fans really cheering for Regab. He's played some major minutes in this game for them.
He's done a pretty good job. If you think Sask had a lot to the rim early in the last couple of minutes, they really haven't had anything free at the rim.
That ball's thrown out of bounds now. Sask are really out of rhythm right now. Still hold a 5-point lead. 2 minutes to go. This is Nakari Smith coming over the timeline, guarded by Smithen. He's going to break him down and get into the paint. He goes again. There's that 1-on-5. You just can't have that. You've got too much momentum. Here's Smithen, draws the foul. Now he's going to go to the foul line. So you talk about sometimes the team you're playing against will take momentum back, and sometimes you give it back. That's that type of possession where you have to stay disciplined.
And that's one of those frustration fouls, too.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody always sees that second foul.
Smith unable to connect on the first. See what happens here on the second. He's trying to end this run by Nova Scotia.
You get a player trying to do too much at either end. It rarely works out well.
Yeah. So whistles are blowing. We have a sub coming in for the shooter. It seems Garchinski is going to come in for Smithen. This is Anthony Sears.
It looks like we've got a little bit of 1-2-2 pressure from Sask here as well. Again, trying to change the pace.
Block's going to be called there on Carbonell.
Yeah, that's a good call here.
Yeah.
That's 100% a block.
Yeah.
And that's going to put Scotia to the line in the bonus here. Smith will go to the line and shoot 2 here in the bonus.
Well, it's one of those situations, John, where it's a bang-bang play. It's tough for an official to make the call, but basically it's chest versus edge, and the offensive player had the defensive player's edge, so it's a block, right?
And unfortunately, that's going to put Carbonell out for probably the rest of the half because he picked up his second foul.
Yeah, that's important, too, for Sask.
And Coach Burke doesn't want him to pick up his third foul here in the first half,
That's
especially
correct.
with a lead.
Yeah. So here's Nakari Smith now. He's not able to get to go. Seufer's able to corral that. So 39-33, 6-point lead, 1:46 to go. Seufer over to Ackerman. We know he'll pull on that. He gets it to go down. That's a big shot. It's only a 2. He's the king of the long 2, John.
He is the king of the long 2 right now, and that's a tough matchup for Marshall, for Harris. He's got to go out and find a way to get out and guard him.
Well, he's got to go a long way because the 6'10 Ackerman, it's one thing to get there. It's one thing to get there to his eye line.
That's right. But there he answers right there and goes in and gets his offensive rebound and gets to the line with a foul on Ackerman. So contrasting styles here going at it.
Yeah. 41-33, 1:25 to go here in the half. Both teams in bonus. Starting to see some subs made now strategically based on some foul situations. Marshall Harris is able to get that to go down. It's nice when you're Saskatchewan, you can throw out a 1-2-2 with a 6-7 point on the 1-2-2. Seems to make it oddly a little more effective.
Yeah, it's a little bit tougher to throw over 1-7 there at the point.
So here comes Sask now, 41-35, staying at 6, 1:24. This is Garchinski. He's going to skip it over to McCullough. McCullough to Seufer in the middle of the zone. That's a bad place for the ball to be if you're Scotia. Seufer can't get it to fall. Here comes Nakari Smith. Over to Stacey Smith. He comes over the timeline. Sask still staying in that zone. Mercerell kicks it over here to Husbands. He's going to penetrate hard to his right. Good hands there by Garchinski to deflect that pass to Mather. He gets his hands on it over to McCullough. McCullough to Seufer. He's going to go to the rim. He's able to finish around the hoop with his right hand. 51 seconds now left in the half. Here's Husbands. Again deflected. There's that 6'7" with the long arm wingspan that we're talking about of Mather.
Real tough, real Nova Scotia in that situation. Got to keep their guards behind the basketball if they want to reverse that ball.
Yeah, nice job there by Scotia to get it moving. Here's Nakari Smith. He's going to go hard to the middle. He's able to get it up with his right hand, but can't get the ball to go down. Big scramble. There's Marshall Harris diving for the loose ball, but got underneath the feet of Jones. So that now will be Jones heading to the line. Unfortunate there for Marshall Harris. Good hustle, but it is the correct call.
That's one of those tough break fouls. Can't really get mad at the effort. It's just unfortunate how it worked out.
Jones' first one goes down. Nice release on his shot. So it's back up to 8. That one is going to be short. This is Mercer over to Stacey Smith. Here's right into that zone again by Saskatchewan. Again, there's Mather with another tip on a pass. He's going to take the ball up with his right hand. Can't get it to fall. Garchinski recovers. Seufer in the paint, shoots the floater. He can't get it to go, but gets his own rebound. Big scramble inside, knocked away by Nakari Smith. Here is Husbands. He tries to Euro step and loses it. Nakari Smith, mad scramble in the paint. Rugby scrum. It'll be Nova Scotia's ball, and timeout's going to be called here by Coach McDonald.
So yeah, as you said, we got a Nova Scotia timeout here with 6 seconds left, down 9. Assume Coach McDonald draws something up here for last second play here. Be curious where he goes.
Well, it would be nice for Scotia if they can keep some momentum going into the half. So, did you know, John, Canada Basketball is on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Fascinating stuff. Follow Canada Basketball and join the conversation using hashtag Nationals 2019 to share your basketball stories, pictures, and more. So if you want to do that, you're the social media superstar that you are.
Fred, I'm on all 3 of those as well.
That's hard to believe in this day and age. This game was brought to you in part by BioSteel Sports Nutrition. Initially developed for the pros, BioSteel is now the go-to sugar-free sports drink in locker rooms and households alike, featuring quality ingredients that deliver optimal hydration. Available on biosteel.ca, amazon.ca, and select retailers across Canada. Here comes Nova Scotia. Going to see what they can come up with here in the last 6 seconds.
Fred, that's one thing people tend to do when they come to Atlantic Canada is hydrate properly.
Yes, with lots of barley and hops type of drinks. Maybe not the BioSteel version. Cross screen action here. They're going to throw it out to Husbands. McCullough defends well. Nakari Smith gets a tip on it. Here's McCullough going to throw one deep. That's got a chance. Just off the front rim. Boy, Coach McDonald is livid. Horribly livid right now. I can't believe that that's what he called the timeout to draw up. Yeah,
I mean, you see a sub went in, so Regard went back in and was at the rim, took 2 or 3 Saskatchewan guys to the rim with him, to shoot a contested 3.
With 3.5 still on the clock.
With 3.5 on the clock here. Sure, one more pass would have got a clean look there to the corner.
Based on his reaction, I'm thinking that the pen marks that you'll see on his board are probably a little different than what was executed there by Team Scotia. But other than a nice run by Sask in the first to get this gap of, was about, 13, I think, at one point.
15. Nova Scotia hit 2 threes to bring it to 9.
Yeah, and since then, it's been a pretty back-and-forth game, lots of good action. So here we are, 4:53. The clock has just started, so we'll be back in about 12 minutes to give you some stats. Thank you for tuning in to the quarterfinal action here in Fredericton, New Brunswick at the lovely Richard J. Curry Center and their new floor at the 2017 Basketball championships. Welcome back to the second half of the quarterfinal action here at the National Championships. Nice, John, to be able to sit here and have a nice cordial conversation with the officials. Normally we're not always so pleasant.
Well, I mean, I don't know about you, but I am.
I think you're very self-unaware. Some interesting stats here in the first half. Again, Joshua Seufer putting up 12 points for Team Sask. Carbonell 10 to be their second leading scorer. For Nova Scotia, it's pretty much balanced. It's Crowther and Bridie with 6 points each. to lead Nova Scotia. But if you look at the first 5 minutes of the game, it was 22-7 for Sask. And then things kind of plateaued after that, and Nova Scotia's kind of led actually more of the game from that point forward. So,
well, as we said, it's been pretty even keel since that opening run from Sask to start the game.
Now, yesterday we talked a lot about the other pool play games, about the free throw shooting issues. And as I pick up this stat sheet and look, you've got Nova Scotia shooting 58.3% and Saskatchewan shooting 50%. So not sure what's going on here, but the teams are having a hard time from the line.
Those are the freebies that when teams go on runs, you get to the foul line, you got to knock them in to curb those runs and to keep to either extend a lead or to get your guys back into a game.
So if you're Team Nova Scotia, you're looking here at a Saskatchewan squad that shot 55.6 from the three-point line and a 9-point lead. So you're probably saying, hey, this is an even half, except for a hot 1 minute stretch here. So lots of positive things for both squads here heading into the second half.
So we'll see what coaches make for adjustments here.
Carbonell to Seufer. There's that high post touch by Ackerman. Carbonell catches it. There's a clear out on the right-hand side. He goes up against Marshall Harris. Well defended. Carbonell can't connect. Here's Seufer again. He's going to spin. He goes over the top. That's a tough finish by Seufer. It's nice, John, when you have someone you can just throw the ball to and say, go score.
It certainly makes life easier for a coach.
Yeah. There's Marshall Harris. Nice to see Nova Scotia getting him down into the block. That's a tough matchup against Ackerman, but he does a really nice job against the taller, longer defender. Nova Scotia coming out with some energy here with some pressure. Ackerman's going to handle it and go one-on-one with Marshall Harris. Ball is knocked loose out of bounds. And Nova Scotia get what they want out of that, John.
Yeah, not sure if that's the type of possession that Sask wants here. Like a one-player touch and a shot.
Here's Marshall Harris now against Ackerman again. That time a little better defended by Ackerman. Here's Seufer. We know he's going to go to the rim. Oh, he's out of control. He's going to have a travel call. So official Spencer Jeffrey out of New Brunswick, refereeing legend around these parts, comes up with the controversial travel call. Right call, though, I believe. Here's Stacey Smith.
Absolutely the right call. That was 100% a travel.
Carbonell defending him again. Here his husband's on the left-hand side. Garchinski's matched up with him. Switch down low. Carbonell was with with Marshall Harris for a minute, but Saskatchewan were able to rotate back well. Nice job here by Sask to push Nova Scotia out deep from the corner. Bridie can't get that to go down. Nice rebound by Husbands. He's going to scoop it on the baseline with his right hand. Tough hoop there.
And Nova Scotia never has any shortages of guards who can finish in traffic, do they?
No, very athletic. Very smart around the rim. Here's Seufer is going to kick it over to Mather. He's hit a couple. Can't get this to go down. Here's Smith on the rebound. He's going to push it with some pace up the right-hand side. Here's Bridie. He's going to put on the deck to his left. Lots of contact. Can't finish, but is able to draw contact.
And Bridie's struggling from the three-point line today. Struggling from the field, but been pretty clean here at the line.
First one is down. Like we said, John, when you've got that kind of a release, you got to believe that he's a shooter that's hit lots of shots. 6 for 6 from the foul line, 7 for 7, 8 for 8 at this point.
Nova Scotia with a little bit of pressure here again.
Seufer's going to throw one up. That looked like it slipped a little bit on him. Bridie's able to pick it off. So Nova Scotia coming out here. Even though the scoring started for Seufer, momentum here in the style of play, like we said, John, is definitely Nova Scotia's pace. Here's Ackerman. He's going to put on the deck to his left. Smith steps in a little bit late. Well defended by Marshall Harris. Ackerman, nice job of playing through some contact. He's able to get it to go down. Carbonell putting pressure on Smith. Husbands comes back for the catch. Garchinski will guard him at half. This is Crowther. Smith heading to his left to the paint. A little delayed attack. It's a nice job of not rushing into trouble.
Carbonell gambled a little bit there, looking for a steal, missed it, and gave the lane up to Smith to a free bucket there.
Looking to answer back with a three, can't get it to go down. Mather goes in, but Husbands does a nice job of blocking out. Crowther is first to the ball. There will be a foul called. See who this goes against. Ball's out of bounds here now to Nova Scotia. 48-43, so 5-point game. Nova Scotia has been chipping away at this lead now for pretty much the entire game. But they're in striking distance. 7 minutes, lots and lots of time left here. Mather's going to be up on Bridie. A little chin action here. There's Marshall Harris with the high screen. That's a forced shot. I don't think they need that, John.
No, over handling the ball.
Great hustle by Husbands. Just great hustle to get that and bail his teammate out. That's tremendous hustle. And is rewarded with possession. To the right comes Bridie. He's able to kick it out over to Crowther. He's hit a couple. There's his third. Feeling good today.
And that puts Nova Scotia back to, it's a one-possession game here. First time in a while it's been a one-possession game.
Lots of scrambling, lots of pressure here by Nova Scotia. Sask is able to handle it and get to the middle of the floor to Ackerman over to Mather. Mather's over to Ackerman. This is going to be Garchinski to Ackerman. He's going to pull the trigger on that three. That's a huge hoop for Saskatchewan.
Ackerman's shown consistently, Fred, that he's comfortable shooting that shot. Nova Scotia got to make sure they get out and get a hand up.
Garchinski, nice job by Husbands to get into the paint. Oh, offensive foul is going to be called. Husbands is really shocked. He's lining up like he's going to be shooting free throws. Husbands is absolutely astonished by the call. He was standing at the foul line getting ready to shoot his shots. But an offensive foul is the call. Smithen will take it out to Mather. But John, whether or not you agree with the call, it's still 1-on-2.
It's still not a great offensive possession. It's probably a tough offensive foul to take, but it's still not a good offensive possession.
I wish when that ball was up in the air that they would wave that off before it goes in. The referee was watching it, and then he waved it off after it went in. I'm like, just tell everybody it's not going to count so we can all stop looking.
Fair enough.
We have enough drama to deal with.
It's true. The protocol there would be don't wave it off, because if it doesn't go in,
there's nothing to wave off, right? But there's
right?
nothing wrong with yelling it's not going to count, guys. Everybody calm down. I mean, it bounced up there 37 times. So here comes Sask now. Smithen off the high screen. A little flare action over to Seufer. Nice back cut by Seufer.
Nice back cut.
He has got great body control. It's a little awkward looking, but it's tremendous body control in the paint. This is Husbands now. Screen here by Crowther. He slips the screen. Here's Marshall Harris. Another tip by Mather. Here's Bridie. He's going to take it to the rim. There's contact. I think Mather might have got him in the head from here, it looked like.
Well, that's one of that ones we talked early, where a guard does a good job of driving them into help, but aren't disciplined enough to keep their hands out there and let the help do the job, right? So now you have Bridie back at the line where he's been perfect today.
So far, 8-for-8. May have jinxed him. Yes, I did.
No hitter.
Totally my fault. I apologize to everybody from Nova Scotia. I shouldn't have said 8-for-8.
As you don't talk about the no-hitter in the 6th inning.
Yeah, I kind of feel guilty now, but he's back on track. 8-for-9, so we can let that go. Here goes Seufer to Ackerman in the middle of the floor. He's going to kick it over to Garchinski and immediately post up. Seufer's going to catch at the high post. He's going to spin, draw lots of attention. Of course, that leaves Ackerman open. He can't get it to go down. Here comes Husbands.
Marshall Harris there did a great job of being on time with help, forcing Seufer to kick that ball out.
Here is Smith. Good job there by Garchinski, able to keep him in front of him. This is Bridie. Bridie's looking over there. They wanted Marshall Harris on the post again. There's the double coming. Ackerman's able to use his length this time. He is pushed out of bounds. Seufer's late, but it is going to be a foul on him. Is that going to be his third, John? It is. They haven't put up. It's only his second.
That's his second foul. It's a tough foul to take with 4 seconds on the shot clock here, but I mean, it's one of those hard luck.
Marshall Harris, he's going to be called for the offensive foul. He just put his shoulder down and blasted through him there.
Coach McDonald looking for an explanation there, but as you said, Marshall Harris was just going to go to the rim no matter what.
Yeah, I don't know what he needs an explanation for. He put his shoulder down and knocked him on the floor. Like that's a charge. This is Seufer.
The last couple of possessions have been pretty scrambly here.
Seufer lets him go. Husbands out of bounds, hits the old bell sign. He's getting up gingerly. He's feeling he might be hurt. He's getting up awful slow. Seufer's going to go with the left hand and finish. Whistles are now going to blow. Husbands is saying, I'm fine. Well, if you're
that's a real good job for the officials there, letting Sask play. If they play in transition, they let them go. What you can't let them do is pull out. They don't get a power play there. But because Sask continued to push the basketball, they get to play on. If they had pulled that ball out there, we would have had an official blow that down.
Yes, that's correct. And of course, and it's always hard to know. Like, you don't want anybody hurt and you don't want anybody to be in pain. But that's why they have that rule, so that you don't lose in transition for someone faking an injury. So
that's right.
And here's Husbands now coming up with a head of steam up the floor. So here's Bridie, catches it in the corner, kicks it out to Smith. Smith to the wide open Crowther.
Crowther's been pretty clean out there today. 3 or 4, 4 or 5 in that area.
4 or 5, yeah. He is really shooting the ball well. And again, back to that 3-point lead here for Sask. They've been able to answer everything so far. Seufer will be the one to try to answer. He can't. Husbands gets up high and pulls it down. Here he comes now over the timeline. Carbonell putting him under pressure. Husbands, ball's tipped by Carbonell. That's tremendous hustle. Husbands jumps over the top of Carbonell, and a foul's going to be called on Carbonell. Sask fans behind us not happy with that call.
Yeah, not sure I can really blame them there.
Yeah.
Carbonell just seemed to be getting up from diving, and as the Nova Scotia player was jumping over top of him, he kind of clipped him.
Yeah, that was hustle versus hustle versus hustle versus hustle, and then for some reason one of them is called for a foul. It's unfortunate to see hustle negated like that.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's going to put Scotia to the line, too, shooting penalty down 3 here with 3:51 to go in the third.
So it's been an interesting quarter because we talked about what adjustments teams are going to make. So Sask comes out, immediately goes through Seufer, gets the first 2 points, starting to feel like the first, minute and a half was going to be a Sask run. And then all of a sudden, boom, Nova Scotia turns the pace. And now here we are. They're back within 3. Sask has been able to handle most of the runs. But this could get it back to a 1-point game if Husbands can hit both. So you got to wonder sometimes, when is that going to start to tighten up, that feeling of, uh-oh, what's going on here? So Sask playing with a little bit of fire here.
Yeah, I mean, if Nova Scotia happens to take the lead, how does Saskatchewan react? Saskatchewan's been up all game, right? So as you said, as they continue to inch closer and closer, do you play to win? Do you play not to lose?
So Husbands now to the line. Both teams back out on the floor. Official Spencer Jeffrey cleaning off the floor. Wants to make sure everybody is safe. Back in his day, he was a very good defender. Took a ton of charges. Loved to move the ball. Good shooter. Nice to see him back in the game officiating for the province. Here his Husbands cannot get the first to go down. Spencer's claim to fame was he used to be on a poster for Milk. Good old Sussex boy.
Good old Sussex boy, a poster for Milk.
Milk, yeah, all through the schools. Everywhere he went, there was Spencer Jeffrey with Drink Milk. Big mustache and everything. Yeah, claim to fame right there.
Just ask him.
Oh, he'll tell you. Yeah. So here is Smithen now with a 2-point game. Over to Garczynski. There's that pressure again by Nova Scotia. That has worked. It has created a pace of play that Sask is a little bit out of rhythm with. Here is Mather. Down to Garczynski. Nice job by Crocker guarding him. There is Seufer in the block. That's a mismatch. He kicks it out. Nice find to Mather, who's hit a couple. Can't get that to go down. Nice block out there by Crocker. Marshall Harris is able to recover back to Crocker. Ball's moving now second side. Bridie kicks it over. 3 from the corner. Can't get that to go down. That's Tunnicliffe. Crowther hits Seufer. He goes down hard. That will be a push foul.
Who says basketball's a non-contact sport?
Yeah, it wasn't too much contact there. Seufer contacted the ground. He's a strong boy. Here is Smithen. Comes over the timeline. Over to Mather. Here's the high screen here by Seufer. It's refused. He's going to have a lot of space. He's able to finish the left-handed layup. So Sask has been able to handle this so far, John. Still not giving up that lead. Keeps it at 4.
Back into their zone pressure with 6-7 at the top.
Yeah. And that is a foul that will not make Coach McDonald very happy. Frustration there by Crowther. Immediately walking over to the bench.
Undisciplined reach-in foul in transition is going to put Garczynski to the line for 2 shooting penalty here.
And here's a guy that's hit 4 threes now for Scotia with his 4th foul, so he has to sit for a little while. This is not going to be good for Scotia. Garczynski cannot get the first to go down, so the free throw woes. Apparently everybody's got to call Bridie. He's the only one that seems to be able to hit them here this week, but here's Garczynski trying to hit his second. Cannot get it to go down. Mather's going to knock it off of Merceau's foot. Nice hustle there by Mather. You can see anytime Sask drops into that 1-2-2, Mather just touches everything.
Yeah, as we said, it's important there to keep your pressure release behind the ball.
Nice shuffle.
It's tough to pass over 6-7 all the time.
And long arms too, right?
Longer than he is tall.
Yes. Tunnicliffe able to get to the rim. Wow, that's a tough finish with 3 defenders. Tunnicliffe's able to sneak his way through there. 57-55, back to 2. Here is Ackerman over to Seufer. Seufer's going to shoot the pull-up jump shot. You got to think that Nova Scotia would be happy with that.
Seufer looking the official there, said he got contacted. It's real tough to get that on a pull-up jumper.
Here's Tunnicliffe. Here comes Mather over. Tunnicliffe dealing with a lot of length. He gets hard to the baseline. It's going to be stolen here by Garczynski. Mather recovers it. He's going to go hard with his left hand. Nice job by Sears to defend that. No call. This is going to be Crocker. He's going to attack in the open court. He's going to be in a little bit of trouble if he's not careful. Throws a tough pass. Out of bounds. Merceau has to save it. I don't know if he should have. Here is Seufer. He's going to shoot the floater in transition again. If you're Scotia, you'll live with it. Sears way up high to knock that ball loose, and Tunnicliffe is going to recover it, and Coach McDonald is saying, slow down.
Just shows you the importance of every possession right now. Both teams getting a little bit tight here. End of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and shooting shots we haven't seen them shoot all game. That's going to be an Ackerman, I think, up high. Yeah, that is going to be an Ackerman on a hold. That'll be his second, so no big foul trouble there for Ackerman.
Yeah, certainly no foul trouble, but you're talking about reaching in a big reaching in at the top of the 3-point line. With his length, you probably want him staying back and just challenging a jump shot and being long there.
Well, when you're big, you're going to collect fouls anyway with the amount of physical play you're going to deal with, so you don't want to pick them up out at the 3-point line.
Yeah, you want to pick those up, protecting the rim here. Gives a couple of free ones to Crocker here. And
now ties up the game, right? So for the first time since the ball was thrown in the air, we are back to a tie basketball game.
0-0. Minute 38 left in the 3rd here. Let's see how Sask responds.
Here is Garczynski over to Smithen. Nova Scotia backs off on their pressure a little bit here. Singh is now into the game. He's going to back down Merceau. It's going to be knocked loose. You know, it's interesting, a lot of times you think of all the different ways to defend in the paint, especially when you've got a Seufer and a Singh that you're dealing with, but the best way is just get up and pressure the ball in the full court.
Yeah,
take away the time, right?
I'm shocked to see Scotia
back off,
especially with Carbonell off the floor.
Yeah, I agree. Here's Seufer. You know, he's going to go hard to the rim. He shoots up the floater. It will come down. Great soft touch.
Tell you, if you were going to bet how Sask would answer, you would bet that Seufer was going to get a shot.
Yeah, he's been solid, and here's that trap again with the 6'7" Mather putting it under pressure. Nice when he can throw it to 7-1 hands. He kicks it out over to Husbands. He can't get it to go down. Regab is up to catch that. Kicks it over to Bridie. Team captain's going to settle things down wisely. Over here to Tunnicliffe. Tunnicliffe's in trouble. It's going to be knocked loose. Smithen and Garchinsky. I'll tell you, Smithen and Garchinsky, if they can't do anything else, they sure can defend. They are very, very active defenders. Here is Seufer. Kicks it over here to Mather. He's hit a couple, but he's going to run, step back, out of bounds. 59-57. Sask still holding on to a lead. Nova Scotia has the ball. The best they've been able to do is tie. They have not been able to take a lead this game. Nice job there by Bridie of staying behind the ball, like you were saying. He's going to get right to the rim and finish, tying the game again. Here comes Saskatchewan. Smithen over. He's going to throw it into Singh on a mismatch with Tunnicliffe. Singh kicks it over to Seufer. Kind of get the feeling that everything's a mismatch when Seufer's got the ball. He's back up again, and now he's fouled.
Well, you look, Coach McDonald was going offense, defense there, bringing Stacey Smith in for Regad back and forth, and they got caught a little bit there. Throw into the post. Sask throws into the post with Singh, and he's got a very clear size advantage there. And Seufer cleans up the rebound. So that's going to be one of the challenges Scotia has here down the stretch is rebounding the basketball with some of these bigs with Saskatchewan.
Seufer gets that to go down. So since the game was tied, Seufer's done all the scoring for Sask. He's able to keep this as a 1-point lead now with that free throw. Up goes the second, and that is good. So yesterday he wasn't making free throws. Today he is, and that's important for Sask. Here's that zone again from Sask. Smith is going to come over the timeline cautiously. Husbands is up high, being denied here now by Smith and high screen Marshall Harris. Smith's going to go to the corner. There's Tunnicliffe from the corner, and Nova Scotia has the lead at the
As you talk about the possessions for Nova Scotia, anytime they get dribble penetration on balance and get a kick out, they get a good look. Right? The ones where they go on a runs or a kick, pass, clean look. That one's a kick to the corner to a fade and get a clean look at the buzzer.
Well, it's good offense, and it's allowing your shooter to have a line on the rim before he catches the ball. So it's just everything's in rhythm at that point. So it's going to be interesting now. This, like you said, this is the first time, and probably the worst time, that Nova Scotia can take the lead, because now Sask has 2 minutes to actually think about the fact that it's happened.
And if you look over, it looks as though Sask is starting with the basketball. So if I were a betting man, I'm going to bet here this first possession, they're going to play through Seufer in the post here, try to get him a look. That tends to be where they go when Scotia goes on a little bit of a run here. So let's see how they start. You see that Carbonell's coming back in the lineup. Not sure if he'll come off for the rest of the quarter.
Not unless the foul total makes them do so. But some tempting here if you're Scotia to just this possession is as soon as Seufer touches it, just double him. Just throw something at him to make sure he's not the one to score.
That's right. So you see Regad back in the game for Scotia too, to be a presence at the rim, possibly to force Seufer to move the ball out of this possession.
So it is Sask ball. Carbonell will line up in the backcourt. Officials having a discussion here. So what's he saying there, John? You think after the game we get a double-double? Do you want to get a medium, large?
My guess is possibly they're talking about a jump ball here. Scotia seems to think it's their ball. So they just wanted to talk that over, make sure everybody had everything right. And we're going to go with Sask ball here to start the fourth quarter, down 62-61.
So it's going to be interesting. These are those games, John. How do you respond mentally? Here is Ackerman now with Regab guarding him. He is going to pull that three again. That might be on Carbonell, John.
Top service to Saskatchewan. number 5, Josh Cordell.
It is. And they're going to sub in now for McCullough, so he was able to get in 11 seconds before he picks up a foul. That's a big loss, John.
Yeah, that's a big loss. I'm pretty sure that's Carbonell's 4th foul, so maybe he's not going to play the entire 4th quarter.
Maybe he won't, yeah. But I mean, this is, if you're going to get 5 minutes out of him, which 5 minutes do you want him to have? And
that's right.
Sometimes you just got to let it ride and see what happens. That's a nice job there by Regaba, keeping his feet down, finishing hard.
I'm not sure that's the possession that Sask wanted to start that quarter either.
No.
Right, a one pass and a jumper for 3.
Contested 3 over the 7-1 guy, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there's Ackerman able to get Regab off his feet a little bit there. Here comes Seufer. That ball is going to be knocked loose. Foul will be called on that play.
So Coach McDonald, you hear Coach McDonald reacting and just pleading with his players to stop reaching in.
Yeah.
Right, so Seufer putting the ball on the floor. And Scotia Mercero reaching in on that play.
So there's the free throw. That one's going to be short by Seufer. So 64-61 now. Scotia starting to gain a lot of confidence here now. Here early in the 4th. There's Regab. He gets up after Seufer misses both. So a chance to pull within one is missed. Here's Smith out to the corner to Husbands. He's releasing it. It can't go down. There's Regab. He can't collect it. Cleland is able to. McCullough back to Cleland. Here's that pressure by Scotia. Here's Ackerman again, catching it high in the high post. He finds nice pass down inside. I think it was Garchinski. Miscommunication there by Nova Scotia.
Yeah, that's pretty good patience shown there by Garchinski too. He knows that Scotia's going to come flying from behind, and shows pretty good patience by showing the ball.
Almost got the N1 out of it. So good release there by Garchinski, 64-62. Sitting where we are, you can see some nervous fans over there from Team Nova Scotia.
I was just going to say, you can start to feel the tension, feel a little bit of the pressure mounting on every possession with this being a 1-point game.
Good hands there by Regab, but he does step out of bounds. Couldn't keep his feet in. So early on, we had a very ruckus Saskatchewan group behind us. Then we had a very ruckus Nova Scotia group in front of us. Now we have very two tense groups around us.
It's getting quiet around here. It's getting quiet around here.
Yeah, there won't be too many fingernails left here in the next 8:50, I don't think. So here is Seufer. He's going to inbound for Sask. Down 2, 64-61. 8:50 to go here. McCullough is able to get open up high over to Ackerman. Regab will come out to guard. Ackerman is going to give it to Cleland. Back cut there, Garchinski. Ackerman's going to shot fake. Over to Cleland. Cleland will be open. Can't get it to fall. Draws a little iron. Garchinski. There was definitely rim there.
That certainly looked like it hit the rim. So Sask with a tough break there. Should have had 14 seconds on the shot clock with the ball.
Yeah, unfortunate miss there by the officials. Here is Scotia now looking to take advantage. Husbands, high screen by Regab. When he screens you, you get screened. Here is Smith. He has not shot the ball well this week, John. He's really struggled.
Yeah, and that was a clean look too. Scotia's going to want that to go down here down the stretch.
Whistle will blow. Seufer's going hard to the rim. See who that is against. That's going to be on Mercero.
Mercero's third here. Now is when we start to kind of look at who's in foul trouble, right?
Yeah.
I said 8 minutes left here in the 4th quarter, and the teams are getting a little bit amped up, trying to do a little bit too much right now. So maybe a little bit poor shot selection and a little bit too aggressive defensively right now.
Wide open to the lefty McCullough. He can't get it to go down. Tunnicliffe's able to collect it. Cleveland shuts that down. Here comes Husbands. He's going to bring it over the timeline. Regab's at the high post. He selects to go over to Smith. High screen here to the right comes Smith. Going to throw it back. Nice pass inside. Good job by Cleveland to collapse, but he's going to be called for the foul. 2 hands in. Might have been too much contact, according to official Spencer Jeffrey. So So it will be Nova Scotia ball on the baseline here. 7:54 left. 64-62 Nova Scotia. Mercer Road to inbound. Throws it over to Tunnicliffe. A little bit of miscommunication, but they're able to hang on to it. Here is Husbands. He's going one-on-one here with Smithen. Kicks it over. Nice pass over in the corner to Mercer. He can't get it to fall. Cleland is able to recover. Here comes Smithen. Husbands is going to reach from behind, can't collect it. Smithen does a good job getting his feet down. Seufer, he's going to kick it over to Ackerman to Cleland. Cleland, that's 2 he's missed now, both long. Here's Husbands now. He's going to walk it up the floor.
A couple of clean looks in the corner too, Fred.
Tough ones to lose when you're down 2. Here's McCullough. Smith's going to knock his hand away, throws it into Regab. Ackerman. Not sure what the call is there, John.
That's a tough call offensively. Say he's swatting his arm away, so it's almost like a hook.
Couldn't see that from my angle.
Yeah. Regad's a big guy, so the slightest little bit is going to move.
Yeah.
Could move somebody a lot of space there.
Like somebody winding up and hitting you with a toaster oven. Here is Smith and over to Ackerman. Ackerman's wide open. Wow, lucky there. Hard for Regab to get out there. That's something I don't think he's accustomed to defending.
Yeah, no, he's probably not used to guarding the line.
No.
That's three clean looks for Sask here in the last little while. None have gone down, so a little bit of a scoring drought here the last little while.
Variety's going to be called for the travel. So both teams tight right now, John.
Both teams tight. You see Coach Burke over there motioning with his hands to calm down, right? To get ourselves under control here, we need to have a good possession offensively here for Sask.
Yeah.
Get some ball movement and get your players with the ball where they need to get them to be successful.
Good catch there by Mather. They're going to go inside here to Ackerman. Regab will guard him tight. Ackerman's got an advantage. Double down by Brighty. That's good defense. He's going to be out of bounds, though. Good hustle. So the ball will go out of bounds to Sask. Subs coming in here for Nova Scotia. Some strategy coming into play here now. 6:35.
8 seconds on the shot clock here for Sask. See if they can get something with this.
McCullough. He throws back here to Seufer. The step back. He's going to have to fire up a tough shot. Almost gets that to go down. That's a great box out.
That's a pretty tough fourth foul there for Mather. I mean, Scotia gathered that ball pretty easily. That's probably a play on, I would think.
Well, it seemed to me to be Marshall Harris was just boxing out Ackerman. I think that's who they call on Mather?
They called that foul on Mather for a hold.
That's going to be an undercut on the box out, I think, there, John. So 7 now, Smith, and he is called for the push on the rebound. So if you're going to call that one on Mather, consistency-wise, you have to call that one. I mean, that's
unfortunately, they're both on the same team.
Well, that's true, yeah. But I mean, you know, if you're going to call the one, you've got to call the other. So you kind of set yourselves up for that. But
and so now, Fred, we've got 6 minutes left. We've had a little bit of a foul fest here in the first 4 minutes.
Yeah.
So the foul fest just goes to show you the kind of the pressure of the moment, and players are maybe trying to do a little bit too much, a little bit panicky. Need to get, both coaches want this game to get under control a little bit. We're in bonus both ways here with 6 minutes left.
Yeah, and we talked about the free throw difficulties here for both teams, so this is going to be interesting to see what happens here down the stretch. So Mather's able to connect on the first, gets it back to 1. Well, I wouldn't want to be an official in games like this. There's Mather. He's able to tie this up. 64-64 now. 6 minutes and 7 seconds left to play.
So let's just hope that the teams are able to get this under control a little bit. And
great hands there by McCullough. Marshall Harris knocks him to the ground. That's now going to send McCullough to the line. So if he hits both here, John, they could go from down 2 to up 2 without ever actually really having possession.
Yeah, Sask hasn't had a great offensive possession here in a while.
But they've managed to chip away at the lead through free throw shooting. Can't get the first to go down. Find it interesting here in New Brunswick. I don't know if it's Canada-wide, but as soon as somebody goes to the foul line, it's like a golf shot.
Yeah.
Everybody just goes dead quiet. McCullough's release, and there's the lead back now for Saskatchewan. So how does Nova Scotia deal with this mentally? Here is Smith over to Bridie. Marshall Harris is hanging around the middle. The ball's going to get kicked back over to Smith. Smith to Marshall Harris with a great catch. Open in the corner is Mercereau. Smith is going to run into some trouble, kicks it out here to Mercereau. He's going to get into the paint. There's going to be some contact. It's going to be an offensive foul call.
That's actually a great call. Offensive player going to the rim, out of control. Seufer does a great job of standing in, making sure he's clear of the circle, and put himself in great position. That's a great call, and great job by Seufer to step in.
100%. Here is McCullough now.
And that's Mercereau's fourth foul as well, Fred.
And Crowther's out now, so wings starting to become an issue here for Nova Scotia. If they lose another one, here is Seufer dealing with a lot of contact. There's that sweeping left-hand finish. Seufer now 67-64. Sask back on top. Marshall Harris in the middle. Rushes that pass over. Seufer's able to recover it. Whistle's blown. We'll see who he picks here. We're not sure who this foul is going to be on.
That foul's definitely going to be on Seufer. Unfortunately, it's one of those hustle plays. It's a tough break. But it's 100% a foul as Seufer dives through the legs of the Scotia player.
Yeah.
It's just a tough break. You see him talking to the official now.
Yeah. Yeah, it is, and it's I think that's actually the second time this game that he's just really hustled really well, but just a touch late and unfortunately called for a foul. So
yeah.
But again, not like he's in foul trouble here. It's only his third, John. But it is going to be a bonus situation. Referees are cleaning the floor, so Nova Scotia's having a little chat about what they want to talk about and do here down the stretch. So 5:11 to go. Stacey Smith now to the line. He's not able to connect. So free throw shooting, John, as we've said, been an issue. He's trying to get this back to a 2-point game now. He's able to make the second. Back to a 2-point game. Here comes Smithen. There's Cleland. Cleland over to Garchinski. Garchinski into Seufer. Nice job by Mercereau to get him off the block. Better job by Seufer to get to the rim. Mercereau's down. Looks like he might have rolled his ankle on that, John.
If that's the case, Fred, that'd be unfortunate. Coach McDonald does have a sub at the table, so Sears looks like he's coming in for Mercereau.
He's getting up Chendra. I don't think he's not going to be able to play through this, I don't think. Coach McDonald and the trainer now coming out to check on Mercereau. He looks like he's in some pain there, John. He is grabbing at his ankle. If I've got to pick between an ankle and a knee, please grab your ankle.
Grab your ankle.
Yeah, you can wrap that up and tape it up and keep on trucking.
I mean, this is unfortunate. This is unfortunate because Mercereau's been pretty good for Scotia today from the 3-point line. So we'll see with them down 4 here with 4:55 left. And a couple of guys in foul trouble. Now Mercereau hurt. See where Scotia get their offense here now.
Yeah, I mean, Sears has put in some good minutes defensively. He's been active. He's been able to get out on the run. But your Mercereau and Crowther have been able to hit some shots for Scotia. So, if you can come here now with Sears, you may have to look at going a little bit smaller with Crocker if you need some offense later, things like that. So
you see the last little while too with Mather off. Saskatchewan has stayed in their zone pressure and are still successful. So,
well, they're very active off the ball. They stay in the gaps well. They keep their hands high and wide. So it'll be interesting here to see Where's Nova Scotia going to do to break through this? You know what Nova Scotia needs here is like a point guard like Matt Daly, the old UNB veteran here. He does a lot of pool installments here in the local area.
It's true. He'd just find his way. He'd just dribble the ball through this and
just put his head down, blast through people. So we'll see if they can do what they will. Just call it the Daly.
We'll just call it the Daly.
So here's Husbands. He's going to penetrate through the middle, right-hand scoop. It's going to be short. Looked like Cleveland might have ran into his own player there. The ball's going to go out of bounds. Does not hit Smithen. And it will go back to Saskatchewan now. 69-65 here. Saskatchewan leading. 4:41. It's been tense here now for about 15 basketball minutes, John.
So now you look, and when does Coach put players back in the game? So Carbonell, when does Carbonell come back in the game with 4 fouls? Things seem to be going well for Sask right now. They're playing well. Do they put their starting point guard back in?
Yeah. I mean, McCullough's done some good things. There's Seufer knocking it loose. Smithen's going to kick it back over here to Seufer. He's going to put his head down, and there's Sears. We talked about his defensive ability. Here's Husband. It's a little scrambly now. He's able to recover. Comes down the right-hand side, 4 defenders, but that leaves Smith wide open. He has struggled all week, but he hits a massive one for Nova Scotia there. 69-68.
And here
back
come the
within 1.
reinforcements for Sask. All three with 4 fouls coming back to the table.
Yeah, you're under 1. Time to get everybody out on the floor. Here is Garchinski. Great body control. Foul's going to be called there on Husbands. Same thing as last time. Good job of being patient, keeping a solid base, a little shot fake. Able to get the Scotia defenders in the air. And a wise coach told me yesterday that as a defender, you always want to make sure you're the second one in the air.
You want to be the second one to jump. I don't know who told you that, but that's a pretty smart coach. His
name rhymes with Han Jicky.
Scotia jumped first that time and got caught in the air. Now you've got Garchinski at the foul line to try to extend this lead.
There is the first, so back to 2 now, 4 minutes. Both teams loading up what'll probably be their final groups here if they can. Foul trouble notwithstanding. This is Bridie over to Smith.
And you've got 6-7 at the top of this pressure now.
There's Sears. Scotia's doing a much better job of spacing the floor though, John. They're staying way behind the 6-7. They're staying way wide, helping them get over, but they're having a hard time dribbling through this. You're not going to dribble through this defense by Sask. Sears, nice spin dribble. Can't get it to go down. Garchinski recovers. Here is Seufer, going to kick it over to Carbonell. Carbonell down the wing. Nice hands by Husbands to knock that out of bounds.
That's a tough finish there for Sears at the rim, trying to finish over Seufer. A spin move, and then all of a sudden you see 6'5", 6'6" coming at you with help. That's a pretty tough finish here in traffic.
And you see now Coach goes to Crocker. See if they can get a little bit of offense now. Nice dump off by Seufer. Great hands by Ackerman. Back to now. It's a 5-point Sask lead. 3:20 to go. Crocker over to Husbands. Husbands over to Smith. He's just hit one. He's going to be patient. Husbands is going to go hard to his right and get through the top layer of the zone. Kicks it out. Bridie. He's able to get one to connect. So he's had a little bit of a hard time shooting it, as has Smith, but both now hit threes. Back to a 2-point Sask lead.
It's nice. Both teams are starting to execute offensively down the stretch. That's how you want this game to finish. Good offensive play.
Seufer, terrific cut to the rim there. Crocker lost his man. Seufer is able to catch it deep. Smart offense there by Sask, knowing where and who they want to go to. Here is Smith. He gets a mismatch here with Ackerman. You have to believe he's going to ISO and take him on. Yes, he is, to the middle. Nice kick back out. Bridie's got one. Oh, can't get that to go down. Crocker. Garchinski picks it up to Mather. Mather's going to pick it up. Throw it over to Ackerman. It's knocked loose. Ackerman recovers. Here's Seufer. He's going to go hard at Crocker. Right hand scoop in. One. Seufer's pumped. Saskatchewan's yelling.
And Regard coming to the table to defend the rim here for Nova Scotia.
Yeah, and that's the right move by Coach McDonald. He's got to find something, but it was hard because you want Crocker out there to score a little bit for you. Then you get a little bit of offense. He took Sears off for defensive reasons. They attacked Crocker twice. Now they got to put somebody else out there. It's hard in your head, this whole coaching thing.
Yes, I tell you, a lot to think about. Sask back up to a 7-point lead here with 2:17 left.
It's a little bit of the old trouble kicking in here now for Nova Scotia. They're going to need to get some scores here. This can get out of hand here in a hurry. Nice pass to Bridie. He's going to dump it off to Regab. Oh, he tries to put it down, but he can't get it to go. It comes off the back of the rim. The Sask fans are yelling. Not sure why. Here is a tip here. Seufer to Mather. Mather's going to attack hard and is going to be fouled. So one player in basketball that nobody can see who plays on both teams is Johnny Momentum. And Johnny Momentum is clearly wearing a Saskatchewan jersey right now.
Well, you see, you hear the Saskatchewan fans behind us. Their mood has changed pretty drastically throughout this game. At the start of the game, they were pretty excited. Not that long ago, it was pretty tense here behind
quiet.
us.
I thought they all left there for a little while, but they're back. Mather gets one now, 79-71, so 8-point game.
But don't forget how quickly Nova Scotia can get up and down the court.
We've seen them hit some
make
threes.
A couple of shots.
You're absolutely right, John, and they're athletic. They can get some turnovers. Mather now. He gets his second, so it's a 9-point game. So 3-possession game here, 2 minutes, 1:57 here left. This will be Tunnicliffe. He's coming over the timeline. Looking for Bridie with the high screen. He's going to pull. Can't get it to go. Here's an up jump ball, and Garchinski is able to pull that down. Seufer now over to
Tunnicliffe had a pretty clean look there to knock this lead down.
Seufer putting his head down, going at the 7-1 defender. Bridie goes down, no call. Looks like a travel there is going to be called on Garchinski. So 80-71, 128. So time is a factor now. So an empty trip by Nova Scotia, empty trip by Saskatchewan, but those 30 seconds don't help Nova Scotia one iota.
Now Nova Scotia going offense, defense, subs here. Crocker back in the game for Regard.
Smith pulls early. He has to. Husbands goes up to get it. It's going to be knocked loose. It is going to be given back to Nova Scotia.
So should be 14 on the shot clock here, Fred. Nova Scotia with a new possession here in the front court.
Officials are trying to get them to change it. They are. We are at 14.
So Saskatchewan sitting back in a 2-3 here.
Bridie's going to be way short on that. Seufer collects it. They've got to believe Nova Scotia's got to come up and get after them a little bit here. Mather, nice catch over the top. Nice. That's a smart play there by Ackerman. Get that ball back out. Throws it back over to him, shoots the three. So, up goes Smith.
It was a great play to start the possession. Not sure Coach wanted that play to finish the possession.
Here is Tunnicliffe. We've seen him hit one. That's too open, wide open looks for him. Can't get it to go down. Seufer collects the pass. He's going to pass it over the timeline. Garchinski to Carbonell. He's going to come with pace and finish. 82-71. Timeout being called. Saskatchewan in full control.
The last 2 minutes here for Saskatchewan has been pretty well controlled in the offensive side of the floor. They've done a really good job of putting their players in positions to be successful to make a play offensively.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Nova Scotia's just missed some shots.
Well, I mean, they had Crowther hot, and then he took a really bad fourth foul. Took him out of the game. It was a bit of a frustration, undisciplined foul here at half court, so that took him out. Now it was someone who was able to put some points up there. Marshall Harris is undersized. He's worked very, very hard. But then you got Smith and Bridie, who both hit back-to-back threes. Kind of felt like maybe some momentum was coming there, but then they've not been able to get a shot to go down since then. So
well, and you look over at the bench here, you see Mercereau with his foot up with ice on his ankle. Yeah. There's another key player for Nova Scotia who spaces the floor for them. That just kind of clogs the key up a little bit and gives Nova Scotia a little bit less space. We'll see if they're going to move the ball up here.
Looks like they will, John.
Yeah, they move the ball up, which puts 14 seconds on the shot clock here with 41 seconds on the clock here.
So 41.9. So Nova Scotia needs some quick turnovers. They definitely need to score here. Need some quick turnovers. They need something pretty special to happen here. They don't need that to happen, that's for sure. Losing that ball is not going to be good. They have to come over and foul Mather. Bridie goes and fouls him. So that will be Mather to the line, shooting 2 in the bonus, 82-71. So unless something happens here that's going to be all over the national news, Saskatchewan are in great shape here. 4-possession game, 36 seconds left.
Yeah, if Sask can knock a couple of foul shots in here, it's going to be pretty tough for Scotia to find their way back in this one.
It's a violation on the shooter. He left too early before the ball hit the rim. But basically, Sask have to hand this over to Nova Scotia at this point.
You hear the Sask coach Burke just pleading these guys, no fouls.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if Scotia makes a shot, then they make a shot.
Good job there to let him go. Husband's unable to finish. Here's Ackerman going to take it over the timeline. He's going to be trapped. Nova Scotia are not going to go down without a fight. They try to get that ball loose, but a foul will be called on the trap at half court. Is Ackerman. He's able to get the first to go down. 84-71, 19.9 left. He hits both. Here comes Smith now. Coming up the sideline. Carbonell's going to guard him. He's going to fire a deep one early, try to get some quick points. Ackerman's going to secure it. A little scramble here. Ackerman's going to throw it over to Seufer. Seufer has to get it over the timeline. Nova Scotia's going to concede, and Sask is going to win. 85-71, John. That was a tremendous job of Saskatchewan holding their composure. Nova Scotia was punching hard, took the lead, full of momentum right at the quarter of the buzzer beater.
Hit that three to take the lead into the third quarter, and Sask certainly answered the bell in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, and full credit to Coach Burke for keeping his group in a nice positive headspace. Don't panic, just keep doing what we're doing. So nice job there. And you see some nice sportsmanship here by Seufer heading down to the end of the bench to check in with Mercereau and shake his hand. So nice to see that a guy like Seufer goes out there and he's like a raging bull running up and down the floor, but an awful nice young man. Good sport. Nice to see you here at the national tournament. So thank you, Mr. Hickey, for coming here.
It was a pleasure.
For a great game. Entertaining quarterfinal here as we end the game 3 here today. Stay tuned. In about 30 more minutes, we're going to have another battle here. Should be very interesting. So thanks again. Hope you enjoyed here at the Richard J. Curry Center on our brand new beautiful floor here in Fredericton, New Brunswick, home of the U17 National Basketball Championships.